Hi and welcome to this Capricorn inspired reading for May 2025. In general, this is a timeless reading, but I am recording this in May 2025 and we're working with the astrological time quality of May 2025, but it can help you whenever you find this. Please just acknowledge that this is not a prediction. I am not, telling you your future. I am not an astrologer. I'm merely using the tarot cards and the symbolism of the tarot cards and the symbolism of Western astrology to dive deeper into the self, to maybe make our manifestations a little more possible, to maybe find answers and unfold deeper layers of consciousness so we can move forward and past things that might hold us back. All right, let's see what's coming out for you, Capricorn inspired and identifying people, as I like to say. All right. A lot of shuffling is going on, which is, I like it because it's like, feels like things are in the flow. We do have the Lust card, which is also the Strength card in other traditional decks. And the Lust card is a really very specific card and very beautiful card of passion, of feminine sexuality, female sexuality as well. It's the archetypal female sexuality card in the Crowley deck. And it is a card of really being capable to guide our inner, most primal and animalistic instincts, and to use them to move forward and to also guide them in the right direction. So as we can see in this card, it's a little bit of a explicit card. You have this very free woman sitting on this lion that is built of 7 heads, and those 7 heads are representing different archetypal figures, like mostly masculine figures, but there's also an older woman in there. So we've learned how to really drive with our instincts and not let our instincts drive us, but drive our instincts. This is deeper or different than intuition. This is a fiery energy. This is a very animalistic energy. This is not so much an intuitive energy where we perceive and react. This is more a deeper drive and a deeper life force driving us forward. And as we know, sometimes our passions or our desires can get us into trouble. And in this case, we've learned how to control the beast, as to say. So this is the Scarlet Woman. This is also the picture of Mary Magdalene, maybe. This is the Whore of Babylon. This is all these archetypes that represent a very free, a very giving, but at the same time a very powerful and a very, very attractive woman, a very driven woman, a very passionate woman. This doesn't have to be for women only. It's just that we understand how we use our creative powers as a force forward. And it is a very ecstatic energy in some cases. It can be very fun, very ecstatic, very energetic, so very upbeat. And we can feel like we're very driven towards something. We might not be so, that's a little bit the difference between the feminine and the masculine here. We might not be so sure of the goal itself, but we can just feel life is driving us and moving us into experiences. We really want to experience life with this card in all its intensity, in all its fullness. 8 of Pentacles. Oh, I like that, because we also do have a specific focus here on what we want to accomplish, what we want to master. So we might want to master something. We maybe have found a better focus or a new focus or a deeper focus into something with the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, which means that we do want to really pay attention to the details. We do want to pay attention to what is supposed to be done, not so much of doing all the things, is what I like to say with these cards. And we're really finding back to a moment of focusing on a skill or on a qualification or on some task, which is the Eight of Pentacles. We're investing our time very wisely and very carefully. It's also the Eight of Pentacles, and we are trying to gain better results on a more masterful level. This is really mastering something, mastering a skill, maybe mastering our time management, maybe mastering something within the body. It can be a workout routine that we're mastering. This could very well be about the body, because the Lust card gives us a lot of energy. When we if you want to work on your body right now, this would be an interesting energy to work with, because we have the focus, we have the discipline. We're working on our discipline here with the Eight of Pentacles, and we at the same time have the drive. We have a very deep, fiery, motivated drive. The Lust card is really unstoppable. This is, once you tap into that energy, it's really unstoppable. It's a deep life force that is in constant joy and lust and ecstasy of creation. So it's a very, very beautiful card. And at the same time, in control. It's very, very specific, because often when we get into this overly excited moment or momentum, we can get out of control. But the Lust, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's just like living life to its fullest, or to its fullest. Five of Cups. Well, all right. There we have maybe a sense of emptiness coming up from all the experiencing. That could be overdrive of hormones, or an overexcited energy that we're like, oh, okay, now I kind of feel like empty. You know, it could be, this Five of Cups is giving me not so much a sad energy, but more like an empty or exhausted or hangover energy. So when we often go on these like adventures of life, we sometimes come down again emotionally. I don't think that anything real is happening here. It's just like our cups are a little empty, or we've come back to a place where it's the normality of things is just feels a little disappointing, because everything was so very exciting just a second ago. So we might have to deal with that drop of dopamine, I want to say, or that drop of all those exciting hormones, the adrenaline, the dopamine, and that might come in this form and shape of the Five of Cups. You know, sometimes the Five of Cups doesn't have to be something, because the card is called disappointment, but it doesn't have to be disappointment in a sense that something is happening to us and then we're disappointed. It could just be like an aftermath of an emotional experience that the body has to regulate to, and that's what I very much feel. Like, you might feel a little drained at times, because there's a high energy, there's a literal high. It feels very like high energy to me, and you might come down from the high into a little bit of a, you know, hangover. That's how I see it. Take care of your kidneys. The Lust card, I mean, you could be out on a, you know, bender or on a partying streak. It could very well be, but it's not destructive. You know, when the Lust card, it's just, it's a lot, but it's not necessarily bad. You could, you know, just feel hungover, and I'm seeing the kidneys here in this Five of Cups card. So take care of your kidneys, especially when you're, you know, having a little bit of a party stretch. Then even more so, take care of your kidneys. This is the Five of Cups is shortly before the Six of Cups, so don't be too worried. The next card is a very pleasurable card, but this is just a little dull phase emotionally we have to go through. That in this case really seems a lot like the result of something. Oh yeah, okay, we have a devil energy here, so we might, I mean, with the devil energy in the Capricorn reading, I'm not too concerned, because this is also your energy, Capricorn. This connection to the tarot card is the Devil card. So this is the goat. As you can see in this deck, it's a very literal goat. It's not a devil per se. You have this goat here. And yes, this intense drive into a direction, this intense focus, this intense passion, and this kind of obsessive energy to just experience life. I feel like there is an obsession and a little bit of an ecstatic energy to experience life because these two together, these are trouble, my friend. Fun trouble though. It looks like fun trouble, you know. Don't get yourself into trouble, especially sexually, I would say. But as I said, it's not, we have a Scorpio full moon, you know, it's like all about taboos and maybe sexuality and maybe a little bit of the more intense and extreme things. I don't see that there is so much really danger or deep hurt. It's just a little bit like, as I said, okay, you're going into this intense experience. Just make sure you're also prepared for the coming down of it. And I feel like Capricorn is somebody who is just, the Capricorn energy would be very able to detach from the sadness, in a sense that they don't cling to it or take it too personally. It's like, yeah, it's there's emotions. Maybe Capricorn does it a little too much, that they detach from their emotions, but it's not going to be the end of the world to feel a little down for a couple of days. You know, it's like, it was worth it. I feel like it's worth it. And we have this beautiful Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is also telling me, okay, this is an exciting environment. This feels right. This feels like we've met, or we are stepping into a place where we really know where we belong. This needs to happen. This is like a completion of some sort. This is finding maybe our tribe, our maybe even a twin flame soulmate situation, or maybe some person that just inspires us, or a thing, and challenges us at the same time. So it's very exciting, but balanced, fiery energy here with the Four of Wands. As you can see, it's a very balanced, even energy, and the wheel is also part of it. So it's like things are rolling, things are just happening. So, okay, we're arriving at the relationship part of the reading. This is you and another person. This other person, it's not necessarily romantic, but it can be, of course. The Fool in the reverse. Somebody is maybe right now not as open to imagining things or new things, or using their imagination in this connection. They might be a little blocked. They might also walk away from stepping into a new cycle. Maybe it's a person from the past that is like, no, I'm over it. I'm like not stepping into this again. Or maybe somebody's reckless. Fool in reverse can also be a reckless type of energy. And in this combination with the Lust card, with the Five of Cups, with the Devil card here, make sure that, you know, that you're safe. Let's put it that way. King of Cups. Well, you have, it seems like you're very balanced here with this person's energy towards you. It's not affecting you too much. You're seeing this from a very mature perspective, emotionally mature perspective. So maybe there's a lot of compassion and a lot of love and a lot of understanding towards a person. But it's not gonna get you off your, you know, balance. Not really. Like, there's a lot happening, don't get me wrong, with you yourself. I'm not sure how much that really has to drip into your connections and relationships. But when it comes to your relationships and connections, it seems like you're also having love for, you know, the mavericks or like the risky people or the crazy people. It could just be that, you know, like maybe you're surrounded by just some reckless energy and you're like, yeah, it doesn't really throw me off my vibe, but that's a very Capricorn type of energy. It's my experience with it. It's like so stable within themselves that, you know, there could be like the craziest mother effer coming around the corner and they're just going to be like, oh, I feel for the person. They probably had a bad childhood or whatever. You know, it's like they very much see things for what they are and they don't get startled easily. Within, they can become quite nervous, but I don't think they get startled by the outside or by their inner emotions. You know, there's hardly any startled energy with them. I've seen Capricorns get pretty scared, which is a very funny story. I had a little thing for Capricorns. I had a kind of a long-term boyfriend partner who was a Capricorn, and I was the one who had to you know, it's a long time ago, but there was this one situation where there was a noise in the night at the door, and he was so scared. He was a big guy, you know. I was kind of the one who was like, okay, I'm gonna go look because it's probably nothing. That was the first time I saw a Capricorn really scared, but he was not startled. He was just like, that was very funny. Okay, here, that was a personal story from my life. I don't know. Entertaining, but yeah, I don't see here that you are really thrown off guard emotionally by the behavior of a person or by the decision of a person not to step into maybe not to imagine things with you. Yeah, Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Devil in the reverse. I like it. I feel like there's some untying of a cycle that is good for both parties here, and some untying of toxic knots, I want to say, because untying because of this card, you know, the Devil card here, that is tying these people together in this dynamic that is very unhealthy and not good, and that binds them. And that really controls them and restricts them. So I think there is this letting go. There is this not moving towards emotional triggers. I want to say with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Maybe there is no more romantic feelings for a person. Maybe you're with a person and it's just like the realization like, okay, there is no more romantic feelings. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse, that could very well be. I don't think there is a lot of, because we have the Devil in the reverse and the King of Cups upright, I don't think there is any emotional manipulation going on at this point, because the Knight of Cups in the reverse could mean that, but there's just some indicators that it is just something different. It's like, okay, we're not gonna move further into this on the basis of our emotions, because it really is not very mature, and this other person feels like I don't see it. I cannot really imagine it. There's, yeah, I feel like this is something from the past that is now ready to be untangled and be let go of. So yeah, it could be an entanglement, a little emotional entanglement. Fun times. All right, so but yeah, this is a detox also, maybe emotional detox. I like it. Detox from a person, detox from you know, having somebody on your mind. It can be quite addictive to just constantly think about somebody. And annoying at the same time. The sea star, animal spirit, open yourself to the infinity of opportunities. 55. Love that. Maybe you are stuck, you know, have been stuck on a person, and it's like, no, there is, everything is possible, you know. And especially it fell on the devil card here, and on this Capricorn wonderful illustration in the Crowley deck of the devil card, and it's really like an all-penetrating force to really get what you want, and this could also be a very positive force, you know, of course. So there is, everything's possible. You don't have to restrict yourself literally, you know, with one person or with a certain type of people. It can be one type of person as well, because it's very collective, you know, it doesn't have to be one specific, but I think it's one specific type of person or energy that you don't want to be entangled with anymore, because you've grown out of it also, I think. With the King of Cups, we've grown. We're like, no thanks. I have enough drama for myself here. I don't need to, you know, just invite some shenanigans with this foolish person here. All right, Capricorn, I really do like this reading. Very fun story. Intensity, a lot of intensity, a reading of intensity, I feel like, with the Devil card twice, your card, with the Four of Wands. There's life is happening, you know, life is lifing. The universe is universing and life is lifing. That's how I feel this reading is maybe gonna be called. Let's see. Well, thank you so much for being here. Check out the description box, and please like, subscribe, comment, and come back next time, and I'll talk to you very soon. Goodbye.